Welcome back, my friends. I want to share with you guys about 70 or 80 coins that I'm planning on sending in to get graded. And this will be just kind of a pre-submission look at these coins, and you guys can guess at how they'll do. I'll do another set of videos when they finally come back of guess the grade challenges and stuff like that, like I usually do. But this first one here is a large cent in 1852, in really nice condition. I think this is a low to mid AU coin. I don't want to take the time to pull each one of these out of the flips, so we'll try to get a good look at them without taking them out of the plastic. It does seem to be showing up pretty good. Really nice detail. Coin doesn't really have any luster left on it, but well struck up example. I love the huge rims on these large cents. They're just really cool. Yeah, so if I had to guess, I think that's probably like a AU 53, something like that. Here's a half cent. This was actually from my first grading video, and this was a coin that I bought raw. It came back XF45, and I felt the coin was a little bit nicer than that. I really think it's a 50. And is it worth cracking it out and sending it back in to see? I'm not sure, but it's for fun. So I do think this has a shot at 50. Nice, clean coin, no damage. It just looks a little nicer than a 45 to me personally, so we'll give her a go on that. Number 3, a lot of these coins are crack out coins. So a lot of these I've bought from, they're in old PCI holders, segs holders, some NNC holders, which you gotta be real careful with those. This actually was an NNC holder, and they had this thing marked at like MS65 or something, which is obviously ridiculous, but I do still think it is a nice coin, and maybe a high AU. It's got some really kind of cool wood grain streaks on there, so I paid like $100 for it. So at that price, I still feel pretty good about it, even though it was a super way overgraded coin. This is also another coin that was in the NNC holder. This is a 3 cent nickel, 1865, one of the most common dates, but also a really nice coin. Again, they had this thing in the like a MS63 or something. It's probably not that, but it might. I think it might be it's either high AU or low mint state. It has some pretty cool die cracks on it. Take a look. See if we can get those to show. You can see the one going through there, through the Roman numerals, all the way through. See that? On the left side there is kind of cool, the die cracks. Take a look at the front. I think there's some more on the front, if I recall. Yeah, right in front of the face. And another one I didn't pay a ton for. I would say like $70 maybe. But if I can get a high AU out of it, it would still be a win. This next one is another coin. I don't remember if this was in a segs holder or a PCI. I think it might have been a PCI coin. Toning's a little bit questionable on this. I think they had it at like an MS61. It is a nice coin. Not real valuable in this grade, but I didn't pay much, like $12 for it. So if I can get it to straight grade, that would still be a win. This next one is a 1916. This is another coin I bought raw, if I recall. Oh, and this also does look full bands too, so that's good. 1916, full bands, low mint state probably, and I want to say I paid around $25 for this coin. I do think it's uncirculated, so potentially could be a good come up on that. It's hard to say. This is the coin that I bought. This was in an NNC holder, and I bought this like 3 years ago, and this is a semi-key date in 1919 Denver. It's definitely not full bands. I think they had it at like a 62, but I do think this is an AU coin. I don't think it's been messed with really. And this date, I believe even in high AU is still like a $100 coin. So considering that, I figured it was worthy of having it graded. This date is also really tough to get full bands. Most of those early Denver dates are, and that one is no exception. And going with the Mercury Dime theme, we got another one here. We got a 1941, and I believe this is a crack out coin. This is one that I thought was, I think it was just straight graded, but when I was looking at it, I thought it was full bands. And this date doesn't have a huge jump in full bands, but still fun to play around with, see if I can get it to upgrade. And this one I think will. I think it was like just a straight MS62 or 63, but I think it's a 63 full bands. Yeah, you can see that middle band is pretty good. I mean, all three pretty solid, so I'm pretty surprised they didn't call that one full bands. This is an ICG crack out coin here. This is a beautiful 1916 Philly, and they had this at 66 full bands. Really nice toning. Definitely full bands coin, definitely high uncirculated. I don't know if it, don't think it'll come back 66, but even a 65 would be a win on this coin. And this is another one I bought a few years ago. I didn't pay a ton for it. I want to say maybe $100. So if it was to cross, it'd be a huge win. And even if it goes down a grade, I'm still doing okay. And nice eye appeal on this. So up to number 10. And this was, I think we got a couple rosies in here, actually. And this, I cracked this out of an NGC holder. Another really nice high eye appeal coin. 46, how much is this? S? What is this? So we got some schmutz there on the holder. S, okay. This had an outside shot at full bands. And with the rosies, I mean, there'll be ones that aren't struck up very well, and they will call them full bands. So now that I'm looking at it a little closer, this is really a stretch for full band. So maybe, hopefully I didn't make a mistake on this one, because it was in the 66 holder, I think. But beautiful coin, nonetheless. Not worth a ton of money anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. 1950 proof Rosie. And this was in an old Annex holder, and they had this at like a proof 63. And I think it's a lot nicer than that. Again, a coin that doesn't have a huge price jump, but one that I feel like I can get upgraded. And this is, it looks to me like at least a 66. Really clean, no contact marks. Don't see a lot of the dye polish lines on it, so surprising to me that they called this in slight cameo. I mean, definitely not enough for a cameo, but surprised that they had this one graded so low. It's actually a really pretty coin. We'll do like, I got, like I said, around 70 coins, so I'll do like, probably 4 parts of these videos. This is a Washington quarter, a 35. I actually cracked this one out of a PCGS holder, 35S. They had this at a 63. I feel like this coin's a lot nicer than that. I think it's a 65. Super clean. Sort of softly struck. A lot of the S mints were from this time period. There's a little bit of spotting up there. I don't know if that's on the sleeve or not. That might be on a sleeve. I don't remember seeing that. Let's see. Try to move it a little bit and see if it's still. Maybe that is on the coin. Looks like it is. Maybe I missed that. Possibly that's why they called it a 3 and not a 4 or 5. But very clean, no contact marks, barely at all to speak of. So definitely a good shopper upgrade on that one, I think. And this one, it's a 60. I think I cracked this out of ICG holder, and they had this one out of 67. And but it has some really nice toning on it, so even if it crosses, it goes down a grade, it's still just a nice coin. And get it out of the ICG holder. Washington quarters are one of the series that ICG way overgrades those, and Lincoln cents. So you see 67s and on Lincoln cents or Washington quarters and ICG holders, just avoid them unless they're really cheap. And for whatever reason, those two series, they way overgrade, and a lot of those coins really take a huge price jump in 67. So if you're 1 point high on those, you can have a coin that books out at $1,000, but in mint state 66, it might be a $40 coin. And if they graded a point high, then you can really overpay for something like that. So be real careful with those particular ICG coins. I did not pay a whole lot for that one, so I'm okay as far as that goes. I got a little over 3 minutes left. That's number 13. It's going to number 14, getting some Morgans. And the 78 S. Some really nice semi-proof like fields. The toning kind of hides it. And I don't remember where I got this coin, to be honest with you. Really nice, definitely uncirculated. Probably 63 or 64. I think this is actually out of a NNC holder that they had called like a 65 or something, but it's a nice coin. And 65 is high, but I mean, that's a solid, you know, nicely toned 63, I think. Which, if it comes back as that, you know, it's like an $80, $90 coin, so it could still be good. Number 15. 81S. Again, very nice coin, probably a 64 or so. One thing I noticed from my last submission, it's really hard to get Annex to give you higher than a 64 on these Morgans. I only got a couple 64s. 63s, I mean, get those all day, but they're actually kind of strict. I think this is one that came back a 3, and I'm sending it back in because I went through them and I picked out a couple that I thought they were the harshest on, just to send them back in one more time to see if I can get it to go up a grade. And this one I really think would. I think this is easily a 4, so you're a little strict on that one, in my opinion. A little over a minute left. Number 16. This is an 82. I want to say this is 82 New Orleans. Oh, 82S. Somewhat proof-like. I don't remember if this is a crack out or not. Maybe I was shooting for a proof-like on this run or something, but it doesn't quite look like it'll get there. Or perhaps it was a coin I bought raw. I forget. I have everything wrote down. When one of these coins all come back from grading, we'll go over that in better detail. But I would say that this is probably a 3 or 4. So, time for one more. Okay. Number 21. Oh, nice. This is an NNC coin. Beautiful rainbow toning. 87 Philly. I think they had called this a 66, which is high, but it was, you know, I paid $60 for this coin. It's got some great color on it. So even if it comes back 63, I'm still going to do all right. Probably still worth $100 with that color. Okay, thanks, guys. I'll have part 2 out here soon.